intersectionality and the framing problem. Alright, first off, I would like to welcome everyone back to my channel and thank you so much for joining along with this journey. And today we will be speaking about intersectionality and the framing problem. And probably at this point you may or may not be familiar with what intersectionality or the framing problem might be, and that's why I'm here, because it is a very important topic, especially within the Black community. So let us begin. First off, I would like to give credit to Miss Kimberly Crenshaw, who was the one who coined the term intersectionality and who introduced me to it as well. I actually watched her TED talk on YouTube because of a class that I attended and learned about intersectionality and the framing problem. So I would like to share, of course, with my viewers. Alright, so what is intersectionality? The crossroad where two different problems or social problems meet and affect a group of people. What is the framing problem? Framing is the lens or perspective in which people develop their thoughts and opinions. The factors that shape our ideas and don't. A framing problem can arise when, example, a social problem doesn't affect us, hence we don't know about it, cannot relate to it, and cannot even fathom the idea that such a problem even exists. Today we will be looking at intersectionality and the Black community, more specifically intersectionality and Black women. So this question is for my Black sisters watching this video, and it's have you ever been in a situation where you've been told to act or appear a certain way because you may be judged 4 times as harder than any other woman because of the fact that you are a Black woman? For example, you may be told to wear your hair more like in a professional way or neater way, or at work you can't do certain things with your hair or certain styles with your hair because of the way your hair is, and that is due to the fact that you are a Black woman. For example, when we sometimes go to an interview and we may put braids in our hair or put a wig on or weave in just because of that interview, because we don't want to wear our natural hair out, just because of the fact that you may think, or it indeed, not just that you may think, but it indeed may hinder your performance at the interview or with your chances of even getting the job, just because you wore your natural hair out, just because you're literally being your natural self, a Black woman. That type of stuff relates. In this particular problem may happen, or every single Black woman probably would have experienced that particular example which I just gave, but that is just something off of the top of my head that literally happens, and I know have happened to so many other Black women, where we deliberately try to subdue or try to hide our natural hair for certain occasions just because we may be judged by it. But like any other race of woman would be able to confidently or normally rock her natural hair without having to say it's being distracting, it's a distraction, or get any sort of judgment for it with wearing it whatever way they want in public or to whatever occasion, right? Alright, so to focus more on the problem of intersectionality in itself and not to stray too much away. Alright, so for example, you know how we have women and we have Black people. You know how in like primitive days women hardly had any rights at all, and they were subjected to oppression and patriarchy and all of that, right? So we have women with all those problems that they face even to a day like today. And then we all know how Black people have been subjected to oppression for centuries, literally centuries, yes. And then when we put these two together, you have the cross problem of intersectionality. The group of people at the crossroad, not only are they women and not only are they Black, but they're Black women. So not only do they face the problems that women face, but they also face the problem that Black people face. And if you can picture that, that is intersectionality. If I could touch in the middle of my hand, say, this is intersectionality. And just to elaborate a bit more, right? Problems of being a woman cannot affect men. The problems of being black cannot affect people who are not black. And now you take these two problems and you put them together. The problem of being a woman, the problem of being black. The problems which come rather from being a woman, and the problems which come from being a black person, and you put them together. Women who are black people. So you have a group of people, black women, who not only face the problems and all the oppression and all the subjugation that come with being a woman, but also face all the oppression that comes with being a black person. Intersectionality. And a lot of the times we may not, like the average person, even the persons who go through it like myself, may not even be able to term or to express or to explain what it is that they go through, because they don't have a frame to see it in. They don't, especially for people who don't go through these problems, or who are not women, who are black, who don't go through these problems, they don't have a frame to see this problem in, so they wouldn't be able to even fathom the idea that there is such a problem that's going on, right? Unless you're actually in the shoes of that person. So, not to make this video too long, but intersectionality, I also believe, can come in different forms amongst different groups. For example, well, I may not be able to think of one offhand right now, because as I said, there is this problem that we in society have with framing things. If something doesn't happen to us, or it's not like a major social issue, then we may not necessarily give it the attention or feel as if it is as important as it actually is, because we aren't the ones who face that problem. So it'd be wise to look out for signs of intersectionality now that you, and I hope I gave everyone a clear understanding of what intersectionality is, and now that you have a clear understanding of what intersectionality is, you can pinpoint it and bring it out or call it out when you've seen someone being subjugated to the problem of intersectionality. And of course, like always, if you came to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here and staying to the end. And if you agreed with me or learned anything at all from this video, I would really like to hear your thoughts and your comments on intersectionality. And of course, don't forget to drop that like. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, you could do so. Bye.